everyone. This is Xander from Access Gaming Podcast, and I wanted to kind of film a little video today. It's a beautiful day out, and I got the day off. And I noticed that about 2 months ago I did a room tour, game room, showing all my video games. Well, my collection has grown immensely since then, so I decided to do a little update video. Now, as you guys know, as an active collector, your collection's always growing. So this is going to be my last video for quite some time. I'm actually in the process of moving, and I just don't want to every month be like, hey, these are all the games I got. So I'd rather just show the large picture. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the room. Guys, so you can see right here, these are all the shelves that are holding the games right now. Let's come over here to the Nintendo. I have about a little bit over 70. My goal is to have about 100. Alright, I do have one box Nintendo game, which is Kung Fu Heroes. I got at Memory Lane Comics. It's a local comic book shop that has vintage games and comic books and, action figures and stuff. Do have some Super Nintendo games. Not a whole lot, but I'm wanting to get more. And some of the PlayStation games. I have my box Nintendo 3DS and a box Game Boy Color. Go over here, guys. We have, this is what I call my handheld corner right here. I have some of my handheld games. So that's the Nintendo 3DS. I got my 3DS right here. But here's some of the DS games I have. Go down here, I have some Game Boy Advance games I've been making cases for. I haven't made all cases for my Game Boy Advance games, just a couple. But CoverProject.net does a good job of making these DS cases to set your Game Boy Advance games. Alright, let's come over here. We have the Xbox 360 games right there. And the Xbox original. Some of the PS2 games I have. I have a very small collection of GameCube games. I'm wanting to get some more. Let's come over here. We have the Nintendo 64 and some Scotch tape, because you never know when you need some Scotch tape. I don't know why it's there. Anyway, I do have some loose Game Boy games, quite a bit. You can't really see it with the light. I'm trying to make cases for all that stuff. I have a Game Boy Color, the original Game Boy, had since I was a kid, a black DS Lite, and a clear Game Boy Pocket. So I've acquired a couple of Game Boys in my lifetime, I guess. I have the HD television, 32-inch Toshiba. I have my modern systems on it, like the PS2, Xbox 360, got the Dreamcast, and the original Xbox. I do have another TV. Can't really see too well right now. It's playing Bonk's Adventure. Awesome freaking NES game. And yeah, that's what you guys have been hearing throughout the video. I have the GameCube, Sega Genesis with a Sega CD and 32X add-on, with the Jungle Green N64, Super Nintendo, very first game system I ever owned, which is the regular Nintendo, and the PlayStation. I do have an Atari Flashback 2. It's not an actual 2600, but it's got a lot of games, and it's good enough for me for now. So, come over here. I have the, this is what I call my Sega corner. Even though it's got Baby Yoshi's at the top and Mario, but anyway, I have some loose Genesis games. Here's the box Genesis games that I have with Sonic right there. And here's some more loose, or actually Genesis cases, I'm sorry, with some 32X and Sega CD 32X game. And I have a couple of Sega CD games. Some of them are loose, like this one right here. It's Afterburner 3. So I've been making cases for those as well. Like I made this for Echo the Dolphin. Now we come down here. This is one of my favorite systems I started collecting for, and that's the Dreamcast. Now, I don't really like jewel cases, so I usually, if I find a game that just has the disc, I'll still buy it, especially Dreamcast, because they're hard to find in my town. So I've been making cases like this for them. And as you can see, I'll open it up. Use a shaky camera. But you can just put the manual right there and the game. If I do have it complete, I'll save the jewel case in the back in case I want to trade it with someone. That way it's more authentic. And down here I do have some 32X games that I really want to get some cases for. Right there. It's going to be a slow process. It takes a lot of ink to make these cases. So, yeah, it's going to be a slow process. But anyway, guys, that's the room tour. Like I said, as an active collector, it's always growing. I plan on, when I move into my new place, and if I get a lot more games, I'm planning on maybe making an update video like months from now. It's not going to be like, every month I show you guys what I have in my collection, because that would get kind of redundant. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, and until then, happy gaming.